Hi Candace, so thank you for agreeing to answer these questions. So our first question is, how do you feel about working in like a nursing home versus like a hospital?
Long-term care, you have more of the opportunity to build a relationship with your residents or your patients, versus a hospital, you're going to be in and out of the room, so you're not going to know your residents like you would know them in a long-term care facility. You'll know every single thing about a person in a long-term care facility.
Mm-hmm. All right, and then the next question is, how does your job affect like your work-life balance and stuff like that?
They say that when you work in long-term care, you're supposed to leave everything here.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't always work like that. When you leave here, you're still going to be thinking about things that you forgot when you left here, what you could have done right, what more you could have done.
Right.
It takes a toll out of your at-home life. You're going to be here long hours sometimes. Sometimes you might be short-staffed and you might feel obligated to come back in, pick up a shift, or stay longer. So it takes time away from what you have at home.
Right. And then this goes along with it. So do you get attached to your patients versus long care?
You will. You're not supposed to, but you will, especially in long-term care. Like I said, you're feeding them, you're clothing them, you're bathing them. Every single thing that you do, you're doing for them. So they're right in their left hand.
And then what did you learn on the floor that you didn't necessarily learn like in class?
The physical labor part. Everything in class is going to be you reading a paper. You'll understand it, but you never really know what it's going to feel like until that weight's in your hands.
And then our last one is, what tips or advice do you have for us?
If you're very short-staffed and your main priorities are making sure that their bottom is dry, their sheets are clean, and that they're hydrated, that they've ate. If you apply a barrier cream, you always want to do it in a thin layer. If you put on a thick layer and you try to take that thick layer off, you're going to take some of their skin off with it. When you are changing a brief, oftentimes the tabs on the brief are Velcro, so when you pull them out from underneath them, they'll catch their sides and they can cause extra skin problems. So I either tear the tabs off or I twist them and tuck them, and then I pull the brief out. So those are very useful tips.
All right. Thank you.
You're very welcome.